Okay, guys, welcome to Sabado Session Podcast. Today we're going to be talking about day one of All England. All right, so straight into the meat of it in the day one recap.
Oh God, here we go.
Let's talk about the 66s, which I believe was arguably the highlight of the morning. Now we had the man like in the back giving us the inside scoop. So what went down in the warm room? A lot of things happened that we didn't see. Obviously, Daniel J to begin with. Obviously yourself afterwards.
Yeah.
But let's start with Daniel J. What went down? Because I saw that he didn't come out for his first squat. He just about got his second. Just. It looked like a grinder. And he allowed himself to time out for the third one. So what happened there? We'll talk about the bench in a bit. We'll talk about the deadlifts in a bit. What happened to him? Did you like as you were warming up? Did you see what was going on, bro?
I mean, so this past week, first of all, he did say that he was 70 kilos or 71 kilos, right? And obviously, I was also making those comments about myself as well. So we were kind of like going back and forth, trolling each other. Mine was obviously a lie. We'll get to that point after. But I thought he was lying as well. I honestly thought he was like 66 or 67 max.
Yeah.
And I remember asking you that as well. I was like, do you know? But apparently he was like 70 kilos. So he had to drop all that weight within, 3 or 4 days? And the day before, I don't know if you guys saw on his Instagram page, he was on the Stairmaster
Yeah.
at like midnight doing an hour's cardio, what it was. God knows what it was, how long it was. But
Just
yeah,
shedding as much water as possible.
Stairmaster a day beforehand, midnight, right before your comp, like he literally was overweight. So obviously that was always going to come and hit him because he pretty much started cramping up during the warm-ups. And yeah, I remember after his final attempt backstage, he just started cramping up instantly. And then as I was getting ready for my first attempt, his handler came out and he was like, he's not going to do it. He was like, what the fuck's going on? He just didn't come out.
Didn't come out for the first.
He didn't come out for the first attempt. And
So
then
what got him to do his second? Just so that he would what?
I think he just didn't want to bomb out. Personally, he just didn't want to bomb out. I think he knew he could grind that first attempt and just get that total. Because then all he had to do was just pretty much get that second attempt and first for the second attempt.
Yeah.
And be able to bench and deadlift and just build a total basically, or build a total.
Okay.
But yeah, Tasha and I helped him as much as we could as well. We gave him a lot of sodium. We had salt. We had these little tablets of salt as well. We had my Ferrogun that we helped him out with too, because the guy was cramping hard. It was really bad. Like, you could just see his quad, like just
Pulsating.
fucking
Yeah, I
literally.
saw that too, and I thought that's insane. Like the amount of water that must have like been, taken away from his muscles.
Yeah,
Definitely took a hit.
It probably hit him. I just didn't know it was gonna hit him that early on. Like, not even, mate. He was doing his warm up still. I think it was like 170 or something, or 160.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Whoa.
Literally, it was bad. And you can see in his first attempt as well that it was a lot for him as well, because it was heavy, his first attempt.
You mean second attempt?
Well, his second
It didn't
attempt,
come
which
out
I think it was
first.
his first. Yeah, it was a lot. Like, he didn't really have a lot more in it.
Yeah, so he came out for his bench. His bench was okay. There was a lot of talk that he was gonna come after the British record, my record, and it still stands to this day.
It does. He did say that in training, he said that his last lifts were 200 squat, I believe it was 150 bench,
Okay.
and 250 deadlift. But now looking back on it, he was doing that at 71 kg body weight, which makes sense.
Okay, so
Which
he
does
was
make sense,
immensely. He was like 5 kilos heavy
4
to
or
be
5 kilos to drop. Realistically, are you going to be able to still hit those numbers? The likelihood is no, and we actually saw that now.
But yeah, but all of that it just explains how hard it is to cut weight and compete. Because some people sometimes they think it's something that can be done, is easy and all of that stuff, but it can take a toll on your body. But again, all these comments about breaking record and all of that, all you guys were talking about and before the comp, it was brilliant to set up the meet.
Sorry guys, sorry. I have to do that, because if not, we're going to be hearing people in the background, and we really don't want to do that. Not really something you want to do there in our first ever podcast, but hey, just keeping it real.
Okay, cool.
Let's
So
carry
yeah,
on.
as I said, like cutting weight, I think is experience probably now Daniel has learned. So yeah, it's tough. But I think we.
But what I don't understand is like he had the time. He had the time. Like if it was,
Okay.
if it was the case where Espin when he tried to cut down for 66 for the first time, he had what 8 weeks to do it in, even or less than. So he had time to like cut down for this.
I think Daniel, he had a bad day, and it happened to everybody. So let's move on from Daniel. This is not a Daniel podcast, right?
Yeah, but then again though, to be fair, he did message me. He was like, he's been busy from like working on his gym because he owns his own gym. Shout out to Bob of the Vision.
You need to go this soon, by the way. I was talking to him about that.
Oh yeah, definitely. And like maybe that took a toll on him in terms of like what he needed to do, so he couldn't really focus on himself. So yeah, but moving on to the other sisters. Before we get to you, Jurins and I extensively discussed this on who we were impressed by the most, and I shit you not, it's not you. It's Aftab. On my days, Aftab from 59s to 66s, and he totaled what?
570.
570.
Yeah.
He had a very good day.
Yeah, honestly, I did not expect that from him. All the numbers he was hitting, from what I saw, was good attempt selection. Like, I don't know who his handler was. You must have seen.
No one.
He had no one.
On his own. I think he was on his own last time as well.
Yeah, I think the thing is with him. Last time when I met him, I mean the British we did in 2021, the one that you won in 2021. So he was the only 59. I think he bombed out on the squat because he opened really heavy. I think I had a conversation with him outside. I said, look, you cut away, of course, to get to 59s, right? If as a 59 you're already opening with like 185 squat, why don't you just remain as a 66? See where your body is at. See what you can do. Because sometimes you'll be surprised what you can do. It was like, oh yeah, I'm going to try to move up. And I think this British as well, he tried to do the 59s as well, but he didn't get a great result this year, British. So he went to the 66. And to be honest with you, I was not surprised with Aftab squat, because I knew if he goes 66, he will be hitting 200 plus. I knew that. But what surprised me with him was his bench press and deadlift. That literally was a surprise to me. I know he didn't bench 151 like some people got a British record, but come on, 120, that's pretty decent as a 66.
He got a good total for his his first out in the 66.
Yeah, but you know what's I actually do remember, going back to what you said about 2021, he actually spoke to me before weigh-ins. He said, there's going to be my last comp. And I thought, what a waste. There's a lot of talent definitely behind this. Maybe not as a 59, but as a 66. Proven as of day one of the All Englands. And I reckon he'll be someone to look out for, as well as Cabria and I guess Espin.
Yeah, it'll be exciting next year when he comes. I mean, I think I mentioned this to you, Joey. I said, watching Aftab lift yesterday at All England, it has changed probably my perception in terms of the 66 next year. So in the beginning, we were saying, yes, of course, it's going to be Espin, it's going to be yourself, it's going to be Cabria when he comes back, if Daniel J can handle his wake up. Probably I was saying, okay, these fives will have a proper good comp next year. But again, looking at Aftab, I think I mentioned this to you yesterday, if you guys don't watch out, I know Espin go 600 and odd, but if you guys don't watch out, if Aftab go for that 999 and prep well, he will give you guys trouble.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and he weighed in, 65.5 as well as Daniel J. He's got room to grow.
Yeah.
All right. Now we've discussed the guy who placed second, guy who placed third. Let's look at the guy who placed first. Totaled 625, where arguably I would have said he should have totaled 622 and a half. We'll get into that in a little bit. But squats, man, what was going on in your mind? Why that jump from first to second? And why even bother the third, considering the second looked like that? Come on, bro.
So 205 moved fine. It was right.
Yeah, it was a good opener.
And then to be honest with you, we always said 217.5 was always going to be the second attempt, regardless. Like, we always thought 217.5. I thought it wasn't going to move as it did. I thought it was going to move a lot quicker. But yeah, in all honesty, I don't know what happened. Like, it moved. I thought it was fine, but we had two options here. Because Dan even said, he was like, "Do you want to attempt the third? Do you want to attempt the third squat?" And I was like, "Well, yeah." And he was like, "Are you sure?" So yeah, fuck it, just grind it out. Like, and the thing is, I know I can grind a squat. That second attempt wasn't a grind. I know I can do a fucking 6, 7, 8 second grind, right? So I thought, let's just do it for my third attempt. I knew I was gonna get 220 regardless, and I just knew that it was gonna fucking kill me. So we got it done. Like, being brutally honest.
See, so that year you did that. Fair enough, you got it. But in hindsight, sorry, don't you think that ate into your deadlift?
Oh yeah, 100%.
So would you say that was a good call?
No, well, it was, but in all honesty, I think the calls that we did for deadlifts wasn't correct. Like, looking back on it now, so the first attempt. So normally the way it is, I always have an idea as to how deadlift is going to move after 250. So 250 flew like it normally does. So I was like, right, that means 275 would definitely be the opener, which it was. That flew as well. That was great. Normally we would always, like, I think in the southeast, we, from second attempt, I think it was 282.5. That was the second attempt. Now looking back on it, I thought that was a bit of a dumb call, to be honest. And that's me. It wasn't Dan, it was me. Like, I was like, right, 290. Because Dan always asked me, he's like, right, what do you want to hit? And I said to him, I was like, 290 should be there.
Oh, just to put it out there, we're talking about Dan Bedford, not Daniel J. I know there's a lot of Dans going on.
So Dan Bedford's my coach, yeah. So Dan would always ask me. He would never throw a number in. He would always ask me first, be like, right, what are we hitting? And I was like, 290. I'm good for 290. But then looking back on it, it's like, I didn't really think about how fatigued I would have been from squats, which obviously did take. It took a lot. Yeah, it took a lot. Realistically, what I should have done was probably done the same thing I did in the southeast and did 280 or maybe 282.5, move that, build a total, and then see what we would have moved in for the first attempt. Because I think I took a big jump to 290, and I don't feel like it was a weird one, man. It was a weird call for me, to be honest with you. That was quite silly.
Well, the way Jurins and I saw it, because obviously we were watching, like, in our separate homes, discussing it, messing each other, and just like pretty much looking at it from our own experience, lifters' experience, and coaching and handling of the day. How we saw it was that you jumped from second attempt squat 217.5 to 220. You took that 2.5 kilos, you grinded it out. If you didn't take that, you would have still had that much less of a fatigue than you would have for deadlifts, and then the 275 to 290 would have been a good call. In my head, I don't know if Jurins agrees, you sacrificed 2.5 kilos for 15.
Yeah, I think I said it as well.
You were good. You were good for 275 to 290. That 275 looked like last warm up in the warm up room.
I think, to me, when I saw you coming out for the 217, when you hit 217, I even messaged Joe. I said, Espen shouldn't be coming out for a third. It's not worth it. Because, again, as I said, there's no point of getting 2.5 in there where you can get 15, 17 kilos on the deadlift. But when he came out for the third, I was shocked. I was just sitting there thinking...
Yeah, considering how the second...
What the fuck are they doing?
No, it's because that's the thing, though. Like, in previous comps, and when I say previous comps, I mean as in the 74, I have grinded squats where I'll come out and deadlift, and I'll be able to deadlift.
But that's a 74.
I know. And that's something that I need to learn as well, because I'm not taking into consideration that I've now dropped to 66s. Yeah. So obviously my body can't handle as much fatigue like that, right? So that's just something that I need to work towards, to be honest with you. It's just more being smart in terms of my calls. And because, again, Dan, I know Dan probably wanted to drop him a little bit more, but it's just me being able to, basically saying, no, I'm good for 290. I should have said 282, 285.
I think,
just play it by ear.
Right.
It's just bad calls, really, man.
Honestly,
I think that's all it is, really, man.
I think 282, 285 was there for a second. Don't get me wrong. I think it was there.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Definitely there.
100%.
And probably after you hit that, and then you would have seen what you got. But again, as you said, it's a learning curve, isn't it?
100% it is a learning curve. It's just one of those things. I know, like, now that you look at it, it's like I got 625 total. Okay, cool. I don't even know what records I broke. To be honest with you, that wasn't even the main goal here. Like, that was irrelevant for me.
Okay, so just stats learn. You broke the 66 total record by 12.5 kilos. So it used to be 612.5 held by Cabria. Obviously you broke that. You also broke the deadlift record by
a lot.
I think it's by like 12.5 kilos as well. Oh no, 22.5 kilos. Because he got 257.5 and you got 275. So I believe that, I think, if my quick maths, 12.5 kilos. You didn't beat the bench record. you didn't beat the squat record. But let's go to your bench because I had a qualm about it, and I'm pretty sure you know why. You care to hazard a guess?
Yeah, the up and down movement.
Okay. And shout out to James Brincat-Smith for highlighting that to the centre ref, Robin Bermudez, for not catching that. Because that was blatant from my eyes as a viewer on the live stream. And he's there in real time. He should have seen that as a ref. But I'm not calling anyone out. I'm just saying it was that obvious. And we need, if we want standards to be high for lifters, standards should be high also across the board.
Yeah. No, yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, yeah, so, I mean, what do you want to ask about that? We want to talk about that then? The third attempt,
I'm just saying.
I think, right, on the bench press, I think it's not that he didn't have he had strength, right?
No,
he had the strength to do it. Right?
You had it, but at that high
the thing
level.
Here is, right, so before we get into that, right, I just need you guys to see, if you guys was to actually go back on all three lifts, right, when he said elbows, okay?
Yeah.
There was no difference between that third attempt, the way I held the bar, than my second or my first attempt, right? So if you're gonna make that, I'm not being disrespectful to Robin or anything like that, but if you're gonna make that call in my third attempt, do it for the second and first one as well, because there was no difference to my third attempt when it was at that, as opposed to my second and my first attempt.
Oh no,
there was no difference.
I get that too, but
so if you're gonna make the call, you have to make that call in the first and second. So then at least I know coming up for my third, I'm fully fucking like, I'm literally like that.
I know. I know I sound bitter about it, and people are like, "Oh, don't be bitter, be better," and all that. But I don't care. I just don't care, man. I just want to highlight out there that we need good quality all across the board.
But yeah, so as soon as he said elbows, okay, fine. That I noticed. So then go back into position. And then, do you know what it was? I'm going to be brutally honest, right? As I came down, because my mind it literally went blank. Because as soon as he said elbows, I thought, fuck, what do I do? So then I had to retract again. And then when he said start, the bar was going to come down, but I forgot to breathe. And that's why the bar came down. Okay. And as I was about to come down, I was like, oh shit, no. So then I brought it back up. And then I took a deep breath. And then I brought it back down.
You know what? Yeah, why. I put that on my story.
That's why.
I'm pretty sure you saw.
Yeah, I saw that.
I know Jay saw because I told him about it. So I'm gonna post this tonight. See what the votes are saying. And so far, it's 100% 3 red lights. But apparently, all the voters are wrong. Obviously, because you got 2 whites yesterday. But you know what? Bottom line, your bench is dead. So I shouldn't really care too tough.
The man bench 130. Give it to him. Let's move on. Right.
Okay. Moving on. So we've delved into the 66s. Let's go into the females real quick. The 69s, I believe. I don't know how much of it you saw, but we watched a good fair of it. I thought, wow, like it was a 1-horse race pretty much. Holly Bryans, like kudos to her, she did amazing. Karen, second place, I believe.
Yeah.
I mean, all the confidence was there. Like she got PBs in the deadlifts, amazing. The bench, however, just let her down. Like I was watching it, I called it. I was like, she's going for third attempt, 100 kilos. If her wrists don't roll forward, which is, I don't know, one of the cues I like to tell people when they're benching, she would have got it. But as soon as she got the press command, the wrist roll forward, and I was like, nah, she's lost it. Which is unfortunate. I know, like, the pressure, a lot of things to think about. Like, bench is definitely the most technical lift out of the 3.
No, it's actually sumo.
I mean, you mean the most technical lift for you as a bencher, not for some of us that can bench.
Because you've got 210 deadlift,
No. I hate you, bro. Anyways, as I was saying, look, like, it's the one where you get the most, like, feedback from the referee in terms of start, press, rack, as opposed to just squat and rack and just, down for deadlift. So that's why it makes it that much more technical in my eyes, as it should be in everyone's eyes.
Okay. With the 69, because I took my note yesterday when I was watching them, there was Genevieve Collin that missed weight.
Yeah,
by
she had to lift
0.3.
I think, yeah.
Right, she has to lift as a guest. So if she made weight, that battle for second and third would have been amazing. right? Because she came out with, I think she closed with a 165 squat, which was massive.
Yeah.
Right. So that would have given her, of course, more build her towards a bit bigger.
As a sub, better than Karen. Yeah, of
better
course.
than Karen. Karen came second and Karen G came third.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
because these two, like, they were literally on their bench, they were actually fighting on their bench. Karen G's bench 95 and Karen bench 97.
Yeah.
And Karen G went for, I think, for 97 and missed it. And
Yep.
Karen went for 100 and missed
they missed it. Yeah.
And the deadlifts is again in the last pull. Karen went for 175, got missed it. Karen G, she missed 170 or 175, and Karen got hers. Literally, these two, like, for that second place was a very good battle to see. But again, at the same time, going back to what you guys mentioned about Karen bench, when she opened 195, I don't know about Karen lifting, how she feels about it, but to me, when she opened on 95, the way that 95 moved, I said to myself, you have to go for 100.
I thought that too.
Literally.
I thought
go
that
for
too.
100, get that 100, and even if you miss 102, 105, it doesn't matter. You got your 100.
Yeah.
Because the way that one, I believe her going for that 97 was a wrong call in terms of, like, her energy level.
Yeah, like, she
know?
wasted the energy on
Yeah.
the 97.5 and she could have just focused on
Yeah.
the 100. Whether she missed the 100 or not, she would have went for it again, and then
Yeah. She
Yeah.
would have taken it for the second time, miss it for the first time because it's technical, and then you can't go back to the warm up room. Your coach and all of that tell you what to do. Go and smoke it. I
Yeah.
mean, I've done it a lot this year at the British. I came out and missed 172 because the centre ref said to me head, the jury said to me back. The other referee over there said to me on elbow. I was like, which one am I gonna take? I didn't know. So when I went back, I came back. I just muscled it up. I didn't even think about technique. I just laid on the bench. I just muscled it up and it went up. Because I just wanted to get it. I was like, I don't care about technique. I just want to get this shit up. That's it. Do you know what I mean? I think that's the mentality probably she could have put into that 100. I'm going to go for it. But yeah, it is what it is. It's the next day. I'm sure, like, next time she will do better anyway. She will get it.
oh yeah, of course. But just to go back again, like, I know we didn't really cover Holly Bryan as much, but she broke a bunch of records that day.
Yeah, I mean, Holly, I don't think there's anything to say about Holly because it was a Holly show.
It was at that 69. It was definitely a Holly show.
The thing is, because she's coming back from a lot of people don't know about Holly. She's coming back from injury. She just had that up like a couple months ago. So for her to do what she did yesterday, it was disgusting.
Yeah.
It was almost criminal.
Yeah.
Breaking that many record after you come back from injury. And then the thing is, again, the future's bright for her, just to see where she take that total to. But again, there is Mariella. I'm sure Mariella was in the audience. She was watching.
Mariella was hanging actually at this point.
Yeah.
Mariella went out the night before.
I know.
She was absolutely hanging.
so that 69 battle is gonna be legendary. So yeah, let's
one
keep
to look
an eye on
out
them.
for. Yeah. So what's that? 83s. Yeah. Jurins' favorite class. But I want to ask Espen what he thinks because we were talking about it sort of briefly via WhatsApp this morning, and there was something that Espen said that I can't help but agree with. But I'll let Espen take it.
No, tell me.
About how just the playing field of the 83s right now and where Jurins is.
Oh. Yeah. I feel like we need to do the review first of how yesterday went to then say what I said. Because I feel like there's so many 83s coming up, right? You've got your Kuns.
Got your
Ade. Got your Ades.
Nathan.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Nathan. I mean, Owen Hubbard's still in the mix.
Yeah, Owen is there.
100%.
He's a legend.
I was actually talking to Owen Hubbard yesterday. I was talking to him yesterday and he was talking to me about how his deadlifts improved a lot as well.
I know.
And I mean, from the numbers that he told me,
I know.
I think he can be in that mix as well.
It will.
It's gonna be
I
sick
mean,
to watch.
with that bench press, I mean, we'll talk about that another different day. But he will be. It will be.
But I feel like it's such a tricky one. There's so many people up and coming right now, right, with big numbers. But after seeing how they perform, it's almost like I still can't see anyone touch endurance. Like, it's just weird. Like, I see people with a huge deadlift. I see people with like
a huge bench.
Someone with like a huge squat, for example, or even someone that's very good at all three. And in my head, I'm like,
well, relatively good.
yeah.
All three,
And then in my head, I'm like, or in all of our heads, we're like, oh shit, I think Jurins could be in trouble here. Like, because that went through my mind a lot yesterday. Like, an example, Ade. I thought honestly thought Ade was gonna come very close to Jurins. But then it's like, after yesterday's events, I honestly can't see anyone. I really can't see it.
No, but let's delve.
But anyways,
let's delve into
we're
that.
going off topic here.
No,
let's
delve
just dive
into
into 83s.
Yeah, let's delve into that. So obviously we had Ade, we had Kunz, that was pretty much going head to head. You know, for much the entire day. From training, just looking at their training alone, they were looking very good. Ade especially, I think he was the favourite to win the 83s, I believe, because he was posting up some ridiculous like numbers. Granted, I guess not as ridiculous in terms of squat compared to Jurins, but Jurins is not in the mix right now. We'll go into that in a little bit after this. What I saw from the 83s was that Ade was in the surefire way to win. I don't know what happened with deadlifts, but somehow Kunz just managed to get the dub.
I think with jumping into it is I kind of know what happened with Ade's deadlift, because if you guys have seen, Ade's been posting his bench and talking about it and talking about his squat a lot before leading to this. But he has never. The only deadlifts he posted, I think it was a 280 or 285 he did for doubles, I think. That's the only deadlifts he posted. So to me already, that gives me the data, because he's an open lift. He's pretty much just like me in terms of like, I do a lift, I put it on social media. I don't care if you say it. You know what I mean? On the midday, if you're thinking you're gonna beat me because of what I do in the social media, that's your problem. Do you know what I mean? So because I didn't see that openness about the deadlift to him, I thought they're going really bad. Because if they were going well, he would have boasted or talk about them as the other two lifts. So when I see him opening with 295, actually when I saw 297.5 on the bar as an opener,
he did look quick.
So it surprised me just to see that opener, because I'm thinking, okay, this man hasn't been talking about his deadlift and he's opening with 297. So unless he's putting 330 today for him to open that 297, or he just want to take one attempt. Literally, that's what I said to myself. He just want to take one attempt and leave it there for Kunz to fight. Literally, that's what came in my mind. And he came out with 297. He did not move quick, because I know he's an Ade, Christian, they're both explosive summers. When he didn't move that quick, I was like, Ade could be in trouble here.
And plus I thought he was going to do at least a 5 or 7.5 jump.
Exactly.
He took a big jump.
He went for 312, but I thought to myself, 397, the way that 397 moved, Ade was going to go 305 or 307.5. At least give himself like a 0.5 or maybe 3 kilo off his personal best in a comp, and then see what the third is. When he went for 312, I was like, maybe I was wrong. Let's see, because sometimes people open, they can move slow, and the next attempt they go like, you know what, I got the strength for it, and they just
or it could even be like a nerves thing, like just because, like you said, he wasn't posting with his deadlifts. Maybe he wasn't feeling so confident, so he took a relatively, I don't know, what we would consider, because he moved from 74s to 83s as a conservative opener.
Yeah.
He was pulling crazy weight at 74s.
Oh yeah.
So 297.5, and like just, you know, prior to like looking at his first attempt, you think, oh yeah, it looks like a safe opener, just to calm his nerves down. Maybe his nerves were still there after the first attempt, or during the first attempt even, but maybe it would have calmed down for the second. But obviously the story unfolded that it wasn't the case. Like we don't know what happened. We'd like to know what happened.
Yeah, we'll probably in the future we're probably gonna get him down, as probably will tell us a bit more about what happened that day. But
good to have him here as well, so he can tell his side of the story.
Of course.
Yeah, and how he destroyed
But
someone's deadlift record at 74s.
But regardless how his deadlift moved, his bench press and squat, literally, I was so the thing is, what impressed me more about was his squat. The way he took from the opener to the last attempt, he made a perfect call in every single one of them. Even the bench press, right? It went like 160, 167, 172. They literally was perfect, literally calls. The one probably, I'm not gonna lie, right? Even myself, I wouldn't be able to do that. You know what I mean? He was literally on his bench press, 172.5. He knew I don't have 2.5 in me, and everyone could see it. You add any more kilo there, it's not gonna come out. On the squat, the 275. Okay, a lot of people will argue here, say, oh, he had another 27.5 kilo in there. But I'm gonna tell you guys, as a big squatter, the way that 275 felt looked in that day, if you put 2.5 there, it's not coming up. It's not coming up, because I know people grasp me here, think, oh yeah, you're just hating on the kid and the kid is doing well. No, I want the kid to do really well. You know, I mean, even messaging me, I said to him, like, that battle next year, I can't wait for it. Right, I want him to score 300.
Before we started recording, he was literally grilling Ade. Yes or no, bro?
Unfortunately, I'm the type of person that will say the same thing I said in your back, I said in your face. So I said to the kid, look, I just can't wait for the battle next year.
Let's talk about Kunz then.
You know? Oh yeah, I mean, that's another one, isn't it? That's another one. I mean,
what's the other one?
Another 83 that is coming into really hot in terms of like is lift. I mean,
you know, it's like we've got this on camera. His lips are shaking,
like, you know what? With Kunz, right? We all know, we can agree, Kunz will probably be the first 83, if not in Europe, but in the world, that will pull 800 pounds, which is like what 365 kilos.
He'll pull that
Kunz will be the first person to pull that weight in comps, and we know that, right?
Conventional or sumo?
Whether it's conventional, whether it's sumo, he would do it.
Sumo.
I think he would do it. The thing is, like, he has Kunz is the type of lifter where, I'm not talking about, I mean, I'll go to his squat later and his bench press, but that deadlift is the type of person where loaded, he's just gonna muscle that shit up.
Yeah,
he literally will do that when he needs it. He will do it.
I mean, he did it yesterday.
Right? He did it yesterday.
He did it yesterday.
Yeah, the thing with Kunz squat, we all know Kunz squat is, I mean, he's probably done for is the squat in terms of like
overall
the whole lift. Kunz squat, we know it doesn't move as fast as the other lift, right? I'm not saying it won't move, it will move, right? And then I'm sitting here, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If Kunz can get himself to 260 squat, I don't even think I'm gonna be going to the British to win. I'm probably gonna go to the British just to have fun. To get my family and get my pictures and go home and
to get a white lights package.
Exactly.
and
I have my fufu. Literally. Right? So if the man can squat that much, that's it. Game over for all of us.
Yeah, but
right?
yeah, exactly. So hear what I'm saying. So, you know, obviously we spoke about like the field that is the 83s, where you are, where the rest of them are, and looking at what was, you know, what was being shown like on day one of All England. He's gonna have you're gonna have to be an overall lifter to get to the level. Well, respectfully, where you are, like, people can have a massive deadlift and then the other two lifts can bring them down immensely. So you can have a bit more well-rounded, but if you're still not on the same caliber as like sort of where you are, it's just not gonna add up. And then you can have an insane bench as well, but the other two ain't as good. Like, I don't see it changing in terms of like how the 83s are now in Britain. I don't see it changing anytime soon. Maybe someone will come out the woodwork, as it always happens throughout the years. Someone will come out the woodwork, surprise us all, or someone will have to like cut down from a higher weight class to a lower one just to make a splash, even though it's like a drop in the ocean.
That's what I did.
But yeah, so like seeing that, I'm not saying it will never ever happen, like you know, but as it stands, I don't think it'll be changing anytime soon.
And also, we're talking about comparing these guys to a Jurins from the British. We're not even talking about the numbers that you are currently doing right now, or what you will be doing at Worlds. That would be a completely different Jurins, because you're definitely going to be big in your last total, right? So once you do that, are these guys going to be able to come and challenge Jurins? That's the question here.
Do you know what? I get a lot of questions on social media.
Honest question for you though, right?
Yeah.
Just before you go on, could you? And this is being brutally honest, right? You can be. I don't even think you have to go into too much detail. It's just going to be a yes or no. Do you feel like anyone's going to be able to come anywhere near you at the British?
Next year.
With how your training has been right now.
Next year.
Yeah.
No, next year at the moment, I will be honest. If I'm healthy, and especially now my little boy is sleeping, if I get enough health and recover well, I don't think next year at the British, the guys will get close. Unless, again, as I said, because in strength training, you never know. Unless I have a bad day. But if I have a good day at the British next year, it'll probably be the same story again.
So the answer is basically no.
The answer, at the moment,
Okay,
answer
cool.
is no.
Alright.
Okay.
So it's going to be a fight for second.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely. But again, at the same time, as I said to you,
Like what I'm doing here.
but as I said to you is, I think the guys are working hard, which is we all can tell, right? They're working hard, they're competing hard. But the one thing about me is, every single year when I've competed in my life, I never aim for a big total. I just aim every time I step on the platform, I aim for 2.5 kilo max. If I get 510, thank God, right? That's what my aim is. But remember, when I'm adding that 2.5 kilo every comp, at the end of the year, the total become bigger. And for the person that's aiming to total more than me, thinking, oh shit, I can't catch up anymore. This guy's added like 20, 30 kilos. But you're forgetting, I've added that 20, 30 kilos within like 3 comps I've done. So I divided 7.5 or 5 or 10. That's my aim is. My aim has never been going there totaling 30 kilo more than I've done last. My aim for world is to total 790. That's my aim for world. If I go more than that, so be it. But my aim is 790. 2 kilos.
So you heard that here, boys,
more.
right? So 83s, that's pretty much what you need to be working
Yeah,
for.
790 a world. If
Cool.
people are thinking, oh yeah, some people here are thinking, oh, I'm 83 in the country, I'm going to be totaling 800 this year, that's you. Go and get your 800, that's not my problem. My problem is my 790, I will do it in a world stage. That's my target.
So it's 790 to like try and total for. You've pretty much set the target for 83s. Espin set the target because he got the new British record total with 625. That's the total to beat, even though he was chatting a lot of crud.
Look, I'm gonna say, like, I know for a fact that after my poor performance yesterday, right, there's a lot of 66. I'm not even gonna say there's a lot. There's literally like 4 or 5 of us, right? There's 66 lifters that are probably thinking, oh, he had a shit performance. I'm definitely gonna be beating him at the British. No, it's not gonna happen. I still think no one's gonna beat me at the British. I know, and I'm being brutally honest. Like you're sitting next to me, right? It's
I'm
fine.
sitting next to you.
You're cool, right? Got a great bench and everything, but you're not touching me at the British. There's a lot of other 66s out there. Kibra, very good squatter, poor bencher. A deadlift is good, but again, I honestly don't feel like I'm gonna be beaten.
Okay,
The reason I say that is because number one, I know where I went wrong, right?
Yeah.
Number two, realistically, my total is 632.5 that I got in the Southeast. Obviously, it doesn't count, but we know that my total is 632.5. And I know that there's a lot more in the tank. I just need to stop making fucking dumbass calls and maxing out in my second attempt, and then we're good to go. But, in all honesty, when's the British? Does it?
It's not been confirmed yet. It's not been confirmed yet.
But realistically, when are we looking at?
We're looking at pretty much the
March.
same sort of time as it was in
Yes, we've got
2022.
a lot of time. So that's the thing, like, there's a lot of time, right? There's a lot of time for the 83s to come closer to Jurins. There's a lot of, there's a lot of time for the 66s to be coming for us as well, for me. And a lot of people are going to be making progress. Don't get me wrong. People will be making a lot of progress, right? But at the end of the day, I'm also going to be making a lot of progress too.
There's one thing I always say this, Joey will probably back me on this. I say, when you ask me the question saying, are the British, do you think anyone will come close to you?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're not in M25 where I'm waiting for everybody at the next junction, right? If you guys are on the junction 21, trying to get to junction 24, as soon as you get to 24, I am in 26, 27.
There we go.
Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
I actually, and you said this last time as well, I like that one.
Yeah,
I
I
like
said it
that.
so many times. I'm not stuck on traffic, guy. I'm not stuck on traffic, guys. And plus, I don't have an issue of not buying fuel to drive my car. I can buy my own fuel. So it means I'm not waiting for people to catch up. So it means I'm putting the work in. Yes, I'm not getting any younger, by the way, guys. I'm going to be 34 this year. So you guys should be actually probably thinking, okay, he's getting old, he's going to slow down. But unfortunately, somewhat is an example. So it just, you have to digest that.
No, in honesty, I agree with that. Like, I'm not chatting shit about other people, by the way. I'm being as real as I can, because obviously this is a podcast where you can be very honest and you can like pretty much like say what you think, right? I know for a fact that your total is going to be a lot more. Your bench is probably going to be fucking ridiculous, like, which is going to be so annoying because you're going to be probably like opening with a 150 by that point, and I'll still be stuck on 120. But I know everyone's going to be making progress, all right? I get it. But if I can just maintain like the way I've been and not, you know, get too excited with my calls. My nutrition's on point, which it has been. And the thing is, obviously, you guys know at our age, because guys, I'm 32 years old, right? I'm going to be 33 soon too. I've got a lot on my plate, like with work. You know, I've got my own house with a wife. Like, I've got mortgage to pay. Like, we got a lot going on, right? And it's all what happened there. Sorry, guys, we have to put.
Go on. Carry on.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got a lot going on in life, right? But I think that's when you showcase how true good of a lifter you really are. When you have so much going on in life, but you can still manage to get every session in. You can still manage to keep your nutrition on point, even if you have to train early at 6 a.m., even if you have to train at fucking midnight. Getting those sessions in is going to be key. If you can keep consistent with that, which I will be, I'm not even going to be fucking up on these sessions. I know for a fact that I'm going to be able to win the British and get my ticket to Wards. And that's literally the goal in my mind. Keeper's going to be coming for me. You're going to be coming for me. If Daniel J can stop cramping, he'll probably be coming for me.
So,
Okay, no, but look, listen.
There's boys coming.
Hear what I'm saying. Okay? Like, you said your piece, and by all means, you have every right. You have every right to think like that. You're ranked number 1 right now in Britain. You're the man to beat and all that. Fair enough. Like, your deadlift's insane. Cool. But
it wasn't yesterday, but yeah, sure.
Okay. Anyways, that being said, I want you to see it from our perspective. Like, I know you're saying like, oh, we might be able to catch up. We are thinking that. I want you to really feel, yeah, that the time that between now and the next British, the sharks are circling. We know your downfall. You're saying to us, oh, I'm not gonna fuck up on the calls for my attempts, but you are. You really are. Like, what? It's gonna come to a point where it's either gonna be me or Kabir stacking you out, thinking, oh yeah, you're good for that, but you're not. You're not. You're hoping for a 10-time bodyweight total, but you're still gonna be stuck around 630. Okay, 630 is doable. It's really doable.
Is it doable? Is it doable by you or him?
Oh no, I'm not saying who's doing 630 at the British or 630 plus or 640 or 650 or even 10-time bodyweight total. I'm not saying who. I'm not saying it's me. I'm not saying it's you. I'm not saying it's Kabir. It could be anyone. It could even be Daniel J. It could even be Aftab, right? But
or even you.
Okay, yeah, or even me. Okay, even me. Okay.
Why not? So you're in the mix too, bro.
Okay, but that being said, yeah, no one's safe, bro. Not in the 66. Not the way it's going on right now.
And that's what I love the most. Like, that's the thing. I think spud me here. We've done a sick job, because before the whole like Joey against Espin and then Kibra fucking squatting some ridiculous like number and building all this hype, no one spoke about 66s like they are now. Now 66s is a class that people talk about. If you think about it, no one, apart from Dylan Nelson, right, no one really talks about 74s because there's not a lot of hype in that. No one talks about it anymore, right? 66s is now that class that people just hype about. Like, there's a lot of shit talking.
So you guys say
I love
74 is the new 66 in the country?
No. I'm just saying that 66. Now people want to watch the 66. There's now a following behind it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Before, no disrespect, before I got into the 66s, apart from you, I didn't watch 66s. It was one of those things that I'll just skip and I'll wait till the 74s for my class, and then obviously the 83s.
Yeah,
the 83s.
I agree.
But now the 66s is now something that people want to watch, and I love it. Like, for me, that's sick.
Also, you guys are getting that international. It's kind of like acceptance in terms of like, okay, we got 66 that qualifying for international. Because in the past, no disrespect to a lot of them, I know Elliot Stone probably is the only 66 that made the full power team in the past. But the rest, it was like, we go to the British, you already know the 66 are not going to make it.
Oh, no, yeah, I agree.
We have a place there for an international.
What happened? My little sign fell.
Go on. So stick it. Guys, sorry.
Yeah. While he's sticking that, I just want to say real quick, right? So 66 is getting a lot of attention right now, and I think that's amazing. But it's not like how the 83s are getting attention, because there's a lot of 83s in the country. There's a lot of 83s in the world. It's like the more common weight class for men. But the 66 in Britain right now, we don't have a lot, but the quality is
getting there.
It's getting there. Like, there's someone that holds the squat record. Someone else holds the bench record. Someone else holds the deadlift record. And then
it's not like someone has an overall.
Yeah.
You know
so I mean? It's literally like how many horse race? Like 3-4 horse race. 5 horse race.
So all
even,
it takes is one person. It can go anywhere.
Yeah, and the
Know what I mean?
total record is switching in between all these different lifters. Like I've never held it, like Chris Jennings did, but was it? Yeah, Chris Jennings did, Cabria did, and now Espin's holding it. It could be anyone next year, and it can only be done, I believe, at that level of competition. Doing it at a divisional, cool. It just shows you can do it, but to put it where it matters most, that's where it counts, I believe, anyway.
100%.
Yeah.
I think you guys have done an insane job in terms of like getting your weight class to the standards where everyone want to talk about it, everyone want to watch it. Because again, right, I think we were talking about this last year when they were talking about our Britain Go shooters and the standards in the country is gone up. And Andrew Tosh, the head coach, the national head coach, went and released those international standards.
Yeah, the A standard, B standard, yeah.
I know there's a lot of talk around those A, B standards. I think they have helped as well in terms of like
that's helped.
Push pretty much all of us, you know, and doing better, or even like again what you mentioned there, like, you know, you mentioned one thing about Espin, you said in the beginning about you need to learn how to make your calls. But when you are the British, you know there is an A and B standard to hit. Your calls have to be on point.
Yeah,
Because you can't make that mistake. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like is good and bad. People learning from it, and also it's helping us improve.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's I think that A total has literally motivated all of us, I reckon.
Oh yeah.
Like it's created
it
a lot.
it shouldn't be a deterrent. Like it's, to me, it's how I see, like, I mean, again, there's a lot of, like, I don't know, friendly banter, even friendly rivalry between me and Espin, because honestly, I've actually enjoyed the fact that he's come down to 66. He's given me something more to strive for, as it should be for every other 66. It shouldn't be like, oh, I can't beat him. He's out-totaled every man ever in Britain. It doesn't matter. As a competitive person, we're all competitive by nature to some extent.
Oh yeah.
Like
Very
having you around is an incentive for me. It gives me someone to beat. Like, as much as people say like, oh, like it should be you against you. Like, that's all good. If it works for you, fine. But I need a visual thing to see, to try and like beat up. And he's saying I won't be able to touch him. I'm gonna suplex him like next British, bro. I don't want to just touch him. I wanna go ham. That's what I'm trying to say.
Because the thing is bringing the nation. I mean, I know probably like we might be going out of context here, but talking about the weight class, how we're improving in Britain is also bringing the country to the map. Do you know what I mean? People now are aware about. Again, as I mentioned to you yesterday, I was watching All England. I posted my story. I got friends and people that follow in America. They were saying, "Oh, can you send us the link? We want to watch." It is All England we're talking about here. We're not talking about the British. We're talking about All England.
The standards are getting a lot better.
People are interested to see people like, what's Indy gonna pull on Monday? Do you know what I mean? Where's Mike gonna take that 105 deadlifts today, later on? You know what I mean? What's Christian gonna post, right? You know, we'll come down to the 93s later. But it's just like, these standards are going really. I know you guys are hyping up the 66, how great it's going, but as a 83, I'm so proud about where the 83s are. Because go back a few years ago, when Owen's name is on the list doing the 83, some of us are just coming to have fun. Do you know what I mean? Because you know, as soon as Owen comes out with that bench, is 60 kilo ahead of all of you. You're done. Do you know what I mean?
In a subtotal.
So if you see how we've taken that to the point where, okay, let's not get Owen to rely on his bench anymore. Let's get Owen to rely on the other lift. To me, is he has helped the weight class. You know, I mean, yeah, there is me, myself in a. There is Nathan as a Gina coming up, even though Hadcock has snaked us. Do you know what I mean? So there is Ade, and even Kunz is coming. You know, all these guys like that, 745, 750, they're coming. By the time we get to the British, I really believe in the next 2 years, a 10 times bodyweight 83 in the country will get one. I really believe that.
That'd be nuts.
All right, no, well,
That'd be
we'll
fucking nuts.
save the best for last. Talk about 93s from day one. And the A4, sorry, I forgot about.
Can't forget about the 84s, man.
I'm sorry.
You literally can't forget about the 84s. Jesus Christ.
I'll leave you guys to talk about the 93 as much as you can, right? And I'm gonna hype up 2 or 3 lifts in the 93s, but let me take the 84s, please.
Oh, by the way, do you guys know how to pronounce her name?
Hell of.
I learned yesterday.
How do you pronounce that?
Aero, as in the chocolate. Aero Love.
Aerolove.
Yeah, Aerolove.
May? No.
I
You know
need
what?
to.
Let me say this, Rob.
I know to start.
I'm not gonna give her the credit now, right? Right. I know she's a lifter. I know Aerolove. You're probably listening. You will be listening to this.
Before you get involved in this, by the way, I just want you. I want both of you to know something about her, right?
Go on.
So the day before she competed,
Mm-hmm.
do you know what she did?
What?
No. What did she do?
She went swimming, done laps.
Okay.
She done about an hour's cardio
Yeah.
just for fun, just as an excursion. She didn't have to make weight. She just did it because of the fact that she just wanted to have fun. Literally, she went swimming. Like, is that normal for you guys
Who that
to
doesn't
do that?
Oh,
Well,
I
I
do
can't
cycling,
swim,
but I
so-
do it 3 days before I complete, not the day before. But the thing is, again, right, going back to that girl, from the squat, let me just start from the squat. Right? I sat there in my living room, I was watching on the big screen, and I even said to my missus, I said, can you just look after Sophie for me, because this is really interesting. I have to watch this. And she came out with that 185. I said, okay. You talking about speed squat? I said, is this girl taking a piss or what? You know, that's not even like, you know, when you have an empty bar in the gym, when you say like, I'm gonna start my stretches, let me get an empty bar on my shoulders. That's what that 185 felt. And the funny thing is, like, I've squatted 185, right? I'm a big squatter, but if you put 185 on my back right now with the fatigue I am on, it was never gonna move that fast. Never. And she did that. I just went like, I might just turn my TV off because there's no point in watching the next.
Yeah.
You know, and she's a unit. She did that. And Dan, again, shout out to Dan. I think this time compared to the juniors, Bedford did great calls. I know you guys, I mean, you probably fuck up yourself. You didn't listen to him. But with Herlove, Bedford did an amazing job. They won 185, 195, and that 205. Oh,
Do you know what though?
Lord.
Her second attempt didn't move as quick.
Yeah, the second attempt, when she moved in 195, I said to myself, I said, Bedford will go for 197 or 200.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You know?
But then 205 got called.
That
and then-
205
Moved quicker
was
than the
almost
185.
like the 185. I was like, oh, this guy is taking a piss.
If you guys look
Calm
back at
down.
the video of the third attempt as well, the best reaction I've ever seen from Mahin. Is it Mahin? If you guys go back to that video, right? Everyone watching this, go back to her third attempt. His reaction behind her was one of the best reactions I've ever seen in powerlifting. He just freezes and he literally does that. He's like, and he just stays there still for about a solid 30 seconds. It's one. I literally rewinded that like 20 times to watch that. It was so funny, man.
So yeah, she set that record 205 as a senior in juniors, and there was a lady that came out after her and smoked the 206. Literally, like, I watched that squat session on the 84s. Ladies, literally, I mean, I've seen big lifters across the world lifting, you know, the Amanda Lawrence, the Daniela Mellos, and all the Temi Nugas and all of them. But that 84 at All England was probably the best squat session, the 84 in this country I've ever seen. I might be wrong,
She's literally the
but
future.
that session was, I mean,
It was great.
Seeing her, seeing Takara, Takara is
yeah.
coming back from a layoff from injury, and then seeing them posting those numbers at 84, it gave me hope. Literally, I said to myself, this country's, the 84s, there is a hope there. It's coming, you know. Again, I know I'm psyching her off a bit too much because she just impressed me with that squat. I'm a squatter myself. The speed she did those 3 attempts, oh mate, I think she need to tell me what she's been eating.
I think we just need to go swimming the day before,
I think,
and that's
yeah,
pretty
I think
much
so.
that's what it works.
I think so.
I can't swim.
So yeah, so yeah, I think it was an Earl of show as a 84. I mean, we're not gonna talk about a bench. I know she's not the biggest bencher in the country in an 84.
But
I think,
she still puts up a decent one in terms of like subtotal though.
yeah. I mean, she had a good session on the bench, and then we'll move to the deadlift and spin. So since you're a deadlift specialist,
Her opener was just ridiculous, wasn't it? Did you guys like? It was just nuts.
225.
I just nothing amazing. Like, it just doesn't make sense how quick it fucking moves.
Yeah.
It just moves so quick. But the calls on deadlifts were 10 out of 10.
And
I
this
reckon.
girl is 20 years old, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
20
Just turn- just
years
turn-
old.
Just want to know
Just turned
who
20.
who was calling it? Was it Dan or was it her?
I don't know. I wasn't there. I was on my way home for a 20-hour drive.
But
Can't even back your team.
It would have been Dan, because I remember Dan saying that she does love to make her own calls sometimes, but then sometimes Dan just has to take control.
But I'm sorry.
But whatever happened, anyways, the calls were perfect.
I think the only reason I asked her because I reckon why the 195 squat moved like so this time, probably because she was still feeling mentally what happened at the British that she did in
You know
juniors.
what? After speaking to her yesterday, because I met her for the first time yesterday as well, and she does tend to get into her own head sometimes. I think she's her worst enemy. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get that.
I don't think she understands how good she is.
Yeah.
That's the thing. She is an absolute monster, but on the platform, she's like, I don't know, it's a bit different. I think she does get a little bit nervous.
She's getting experience.
That's why her first attempt moves quick. Second attempt moves a bit slow.
This
and then
was
third attempt fucking moves fast.
This was our third meet, by the way, guys. Third.
That's ridiculous, bro.
So let's leave it there, guys. Third. I will leave it there.
That is crazy.
So whatever people are, just think about how was my third meet. My third meet. Oh God, I don't want to talk about it. I bombed out, guys. By the way, that was my third meet.
Was that your third meet?
Yeah, that was my
That
third.
was your second meet, no?
My third. My third.
Alright, we're going off topic.
Anyway, so her deadlift first attempt, because I literally was in front of my TV. The second attempt, a great call again.
Very
right?
cool.
And I think I'll shout out to Dan Bedford in terms of like that third attempt, because I
don't think she had any more that day.
Yeah, I
think it
thought.
was
I literally
perfect.
thought they're gonna go bunkers like they went for the British
Yeah.
juniors.
Because she did say she wanted 250. We all knew everyone knew she wanted 250 because of what happened, right? But I think for yesterday, it was a perfect.
It was perfect. It was a perfect. I mean,
she executed it.
They way move fast off the flow, because that's what sumo is all about, isn't it? Sumo, it moves slow, but her, she makes sumo look like a fucking conventional, just like a fucking Christian. Do you know what I mean? They move sumo. Some of us move sumo like you're moving a ton. Them, they move sumo like they just like moving a bag of sugars. Right? She literally she whacks it off the floor, and then that locker, you can see a little bit of that stick on that sticking point on that locker.
Yeah, right.
And I said to myself, that's a perfect call.
Yeah.
If they want any more kilo on that, it would have been a different story. And again, she ended up posting 538 kilos as a 20-year-old girl with a third meet, which is a British record.
Yeah.
She cool kind
And
of
she's
thing.
still juniors.
She's still a junior. And oh God, I don't know what it.
Do you guys remember what you were doing at 20 years old, by the way? Because I'm pretty sure I was just getting hammered every night.
I was getting stoned.
At 20.
What? Drug testing, please. You guys heard it here, live as well.
Bob, at 20, I was no getting hammered. I wasn't getting.
Jurins was
whatever.
scamming.
Scamming man.
That's why he's so rich right now. He's been scamming from early.
From early, Bob. I'm from East London. What do you think?
Feds are watching this right now. Like, yes, we've got it.
That's a confession.
So I mean, yeah, she did amazing well, and I think I see a lot of record being broken coming in the future for her. Hopefully, she's gonna get that Commonwealth spot and probably make those records European official, because they can be broken. And there is the World Championship is coming in October for them. So yeah, it will be interesting to see where she is. So again, I think we're talking about the 66 here. You know what I mean? Hyping at that weight class, going up. It go back to the 84s, isn't it? She's now here.
She is the future.
And the future. And there's two wonderful 84 going to world in South Africa. Temi, the other girl.
What do you guys think Temi's thinking right now?
They're
Seeing
probably
someone, because I know Temi's very competitive as well.
Oh yeah,
Very
she's thinking.
competitive.
I mean, I've spoken to her a few times. Right, she's thinking, I'm happy the fact what she's doing, but I want to do more than that.
Of course, yeah,
You know what
that's
I
how
mean?
it
I want
should
to do
be.
more than that. So this is an open place to talk about these kind of things. Bear in mind, a hell of total 538. That will be smashed at the World Championship by Temi and the other lady. They will smash it. They will smash it. Alright?
It'll be something sick.
They will smash it. But the good thing is she's given them a target.
Yeah.
She's told them, guys,
I'm coming.
I'm the new bitch in town. Right? It's not about you
He's
guys.
not calling you a bitch, by the way.
So okay, let's change
Everyone's
it.
like, oh, he called me a bitch.
I'm the new king. I'm the new queen in town.
There you
Right?
go.
They changed it that way, right? I'm the new queen in town. So she's giving them a target to hit. So that's the target that we're aiming. And then I kid you not, that target will be smashed.
Yeah, it's just like Espen. He's the new queen in town.
Oh, what? The new queen? Oh, God.
It's because
So,
I did my
yeah.
eyebrows earlier on.
So,
I'm jealous.
The thing
Fair.
is, you know what I always said? There's a saying, I said it last year. I said, people are always talking about beat Jurins, beat Spin, beat this person, beat Temi, beat all of that, right? You need to know, in this powerlifting game we're playing, we're all lions. We all had pride. Remember what they say about old lions? We do not retire. We have to be eaten by what? Younger ones.
Yeah, but he's not a lion though. He's a cat fam. Meow
Alright.
meow meow.
That's
That's all I heard.
Meow.
So yeah, I mean, I think that's what Elif has done. So literally, she's come in and told all the queen all the lionesses, guys, I'm the new queen.
Yeah,
So
it's gonna be
they
sick
have to
watch.
chase her. That's what I'm saying. Temi and the rest, they have to chase Elif.
Seeing her against Temi on the platform, that was gonna be
That would be
amazing.
that'd be
right.
right.
I hope
Sick.
she's not gonna do juniors next year. She has to go and do seniors.
I, just
I
feel she
hope
should
so
just do
too.
it just for the sake
Yeah.
of it, man.
I hope
Yeah,
so
she
too.
should.
Seeing them battle would be
Yeah.
wow.
Sorry,
I have my popcorn
sorry
ready
about
and
the
everything.
juniors. Sorry about that. It's not like we don't care about you guys. You guys are the future of this country. But the battle of Temi, Erlof, and the other lady
Kazia.
next year, Kazia, it'll be amazing.
Oh, it's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
Whose corner would you be in though? Out of the Temi and Love battle.
Oh, I've got a lot of love for Temi. I'm not gonna lie. Like me and Temi, got a lot of respect for Temi. But then, Love is also like Team Prevail in it. So
Well,
I'm in that situation, man. I don't know.
I'm
You
Team
can't
Temi. I'm Team Temi. I'm sorry. I'm not actually. No, you know what? I'm not even sorry. I'm saying like unapologetically. I'm Team Temi
Yeah, I
for
think,
more reasons than one. But obviously,
I think Temi got an edge in terms of all that. If the thing is, what Temi's the type of person where if you put her in a place where you back her against a corner on a battle,
yeah,
that's when she
yeah,
show her
she'll
true
scrap
power.
out.
Oh,
She'll
yeah,
scrap
yeah,
out.
I know,
like,
I know for a fact.
like that's when you really see who's the
She's
lioness
overcome- 'cause
and
she's
who's the
also
cat.
overcome So many
mate,
injuries as well,
this
man.
year,
Like, she's
this year at the British, she went to this year at the British
with a broken
scared.
back as well.
Saying,
Like,
oh, whatever happened last year, this happened to me. So I think the most she was hoping to pull, if I can pull 220, it'll be fine. But shout out to Martin, the legend. Martin slapped that 230 on the bar. I was watching at home. I was like, oh my God, how she even got 230? But because she was backed up, so like, look, she need that 230 to win. She put it. And I tell you, I kid you not, if Martin put 240 on that bar on that day for Temi to pull for a win,
she would have pulled it.
she would have put it.
She'll pull it. Yeah,
She would have pulled it next time you put 215 on the bar in the gym. She failed it.
yeah, and that's that mentality
Literally.
that separates lions from cats, bro.
You know, so
That's why I felt that 290. And
Oh,
that's what it is,
shit.
though.
Yeah, that meow meow came out of you.
anyway, so yeah, the 84 girls, you guys did really well, and I saw Beth and the rest. Literally, some of you guys got your PBs. I think again, those weight classes are moving really well. They're moving really well, and they're gaining weight in terms of like total is adding up. So yeah, let's move to the 93s, guys.
Go on, kick it off, man.
Christian Adenyokun, man. I mean,
Mate,
come on.
we-
800 total. I saw everyone else's thoughts. I picked everyone else's brains that watched it as well.
We had numerous chats about this as well, all three of us.
Oh, yeah.
About Christian.
Oh yeah.
So many mixed like, I don't know. It was. We
Like,
can be
we'll-
brutally honest here, right?
We'll talk about on one hand and on the other hand,
Yeah.
and on one hand and on the other
Yeah.
hand for quite extensively.
Yeah.
Quite extensively. When it came to like Christian being in the 93s, and man, like from what we all witnessed anyway from day one of All England.
It was domination.
To sum it up, yeah.
Domination. Like,
I mean, guys, I know we're doing the All England thing, right? I don't want to go out of topic here. Let's bring our listeners a bit back about Christian's story, right? This man literally annihilated the 74s, right? And he moved to...
No, don't take it away, bro. You were there when
You
he
were there,
annihilated
right?
you
Also-
in 2018.
he did a drastic cut for 74.
Wait.
Yeah,
Pause.
No, I'm
Wait.
just saying.
Let me just-
No,
let me
hold
get it.
up. Before you get away with this, yeah.
Yeah.
He was in 74s in 2018, annihilated him.
No, let me get there. I'll get there.
No, wait.
I
And then
know.
in 2019, went up to 83s and annihilated
But let me
you.
let me go to 2019, right? So
Yeah, bro.
yeah, he did. So he literally annihilated everyone at 74s. He moved to the 83s. Guys, I kid you not. I was going to the 83 British Championship right?
In 2019.
2019, knowing this is mine to lose. Because my prep was, yes, fair enough, I had a little bit issue with my back and all of that stuff. No excuses. I went there, I said to myself, if I'm going to lose this championship, it will be because of my own stupidness. I'm not losing this. Christian came out, I mean, the score, of course, I mean, in this country, anyone that can score more than me at 83 probably could only be Dylan, right?
At the
time. So I said, okay, fine. The squad, I got Christian on the squad. On the bench, I'm gonna fight him. You know, he's probably gonna go 2.5 or 5 kilo more than me. That's fine, because I got more on the squad. That's gonna catch up. On the deadlift, I knew Christian had the British. At that time, by the way, guys, the British record was 300 or 305. That was it's literally 305. Yeah, set by Khan.
Yeah, Salman Khan.
Yeah. So I said to myself, I'm gonna go to this neck and neck on the bench, about 2.5 kilo
on the subtotal.
On the subtotal, and I'll get more on the squat. That will compensate on the deadlift. On the deadlift, my man, I opened heavier than him, by the way. That day, I only got one deadlift, guys. My first ever come to get one deadlift. I go 290, 2.5, 300, and say, Keep Christian come in and smoke 306. I was literally looking at him, I was like, you're a criminal. As soon as he pulled that 306...
Bro, it was 306 RPE 7.
RPE 7. As soon as he pulled it... Look, I can be competitive, guys. I've said it a lot of time. I can be competitive. But when I see greatness, I do go and bow down.
that in the meow meow coming out of you. Yeah.
Someone do his eyebrows as well.
But no jokes. I saw that 306. I went to him. I said, well done. You won. He said to me, we're not even done yet. I was like, mate, I ain't got nothing left. I'm not like other lifters thinking, oh yeah, I got this next. No. When I ain't got it, guys, I ain't got it. I said, I ain't got nothing left.
He's like Ian Bill, man. He's got nothing left.
Literally nothing. Bro, I sounded like Ian Bill that day, bro. I wish I could have just been in fucking EastEnders. Do you know what I mean? I'll probably do a better job than him.
He dominated 74s.
He dominated 83, and then it got to 93.
Yeah, we're trying today now, 2022. Christian Adenyokun, 93s need to watch out, because what he did to total 800 did not even look like it was a fight.
But did you say watch out, or 93 need to start working hard?
No,
they don't need to watch out.
They need to do both, bro.
Working hard.
They need to work out, watch out, look out.
I mean, again, right? Are you guys surprised though? It's Christian, mate.
Yes and no.
I am, and I think we're both on the same page with this one as well.
Yeah, because obviously, on one hand, great when he's great. On the other hand, injuries arise like left, right, center.
He's had
you don't know which Christian you're gonna get at a specific comp unless you have the inside scoop. Personally, I don't. I mean, I talk to the man every now and then, but we're not that close to the point where he's willing to divulge where he's at health wise on like his body and lifts and everything else. So, in terms of being surprised, no. Ask me again in a few months' time, probably yeah. Considering how like he was faring on all the other like comps prior to that, like Worlds 2021 wasn't that great. I mean, fair enough. Like maybe he was already spilling over to 93s. He had to compete as an 83, I believe, in 2021 Worlds.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and then now he's decided to move to 93s, and he's doing amazing well as of like now, All England. 800 total. Everyone that's put in the face that put in the name down as a 93 contention is totaling 800 plus. Adam Fuller, Will Pickering,
Hadcock,
Dapo. Oh my, yeah, like.
And also people are forgetting there is Chris Ono.
Oh yes! Oh my days!
So
because he's been fairly quiet. So.
Yeah, he has been quiet.
He has been quiet because he didn't compete this year. And it's
but you can't.
You can't write that nigga off. You can't. You really can't. Because did you see his 300 for reps last time?
Yeah, no.
And I was
that,
like,
bro.
mate, that's mental. Basically, it says like the 93s next year is not for anyone to run away with. No one is, because the thing is, again, even though we're talking about all these 800 guys, right? There's people like Scott Webb, comes in yesterday.
Great day.
You know, great day, great
Really
squad.
good
Do you know what I mean? And now he has got a new coach. You know when it comes, you know what they always said, with a new coach come great responsibility. No power, mate. Is a new coach. You know what I mean? You know, so all of that. So he came in really great, and Owen Leggett. There's one thing I would say about Owen, right? He's the upper coming 93s, right? If you see his score, he scored about 262, missed death on 277, I think, twice. So it's just those. It doesn't lack strength.
It's just the technical aspect.
It's just the technical aspect.
And that's something I've noticed that a lot of people talk about, because I don't
Yeah.
follow him as much, but I've seen
Yeah.
his comments. I've seen a lot of people make banner about it, as well, saying that he
I mean
never hits depth and
the
stuff.
boys that was commenting yesterday, they were talking
Yeah,
about it.
they
Was
were
like,
talking
oh, he
about
has
that,
proven us wrong when he got his first squat. But when he didn't get his second and third, and then when I realized, oh, what are they talking about? Then I realized when they're talking about depth. It's like he doesn't lack strength, it's technical. If he can get that technical right, you can see another 93 as well being talking about. Because if he can score 280, but next year 295, or 285 or 90, mate, people will talk about that. Do you know what I mean? So all of that, these guys are coming. This is not just like one lift guys or coming here. Because the reason we've spoken about Christian the way we are is because Christian was a criminal yesterday. He broke a lot of laws. You know, I even said in the chat yesterday, someone should have called the police because that was ridiculous.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that was criminal, bro.
Yeah.
You know, from the squat to the deadlift. I don't know if you guys want to cover every single lift of his.
Mate, we'll be all day fucking talking about him.
Exactly.
He literally dominated from start to finish.
He did.
Squat, bench. Let's just leave it as third attempt deadlift.
Yeah.
That moved. Like,
As I said, Christian and Elof in this country are the only sumo puller. Probably I would say in Europe or even anywhere I've seen. Apart maybe I would say Chance Mitchells, right? The only sumo puller I've seen in my life that pulled the weight off the floor like a bag of sugars.
I can't get enough of that.
I love it. You are my coach. What do you tell me about sumo?
It's slow off the floor, and then once it breaks off, it's fast.
Jurins,
Same goes
Yeah.
with how Espen sumos. It's
Jim,
slightly
be
slow.
patient with it. As
Yeah.
soon as you come off the floor, you got it. Do you know what I mean? Look at Christian Elof. You don't need to tell them, Christian Elof. As soon as they come in, they set up, they hold the bar, is up.
and every single set, every rep moves
They,
the exact
look
same
the
speed.
exact
Same
same
speed.
speed.
That's what's scary.
You know what I mean?
So you don't even know.
When people are talking about, look, again, the 93 is going to be. Let me just stop there, guys. I think I've spoken about Christian and Elof enough. It looks like people will be thinking, why don't you move them in your house? You know what I mean? So I think
no! Look what's happened.
that just show how your 294.
So guys, oh, you guys are taking the piss.
What?
No, Karen.
Okay, so yeah, I think we've spoken about it in 93. Talking about the 93, I think when we go to the deadlift, this man worth a shout out. Dapo.
Oh yeah, of course. Mr. Deadlift connoisseur himself.
Why is it worth it? I think today when we're driving here with Joey in the car, I said to Joey, I used to sit at home and watch Dapo's deadlift and idolize it every day. No homo though, Dapo. I used to look at it, I was like, God, how could a human being have that much strength? When I'm talking about that much strength, not just sumo or even conventional. Right? He has both. So
Arsenal, yeah.
I am looking forward to look at Dapo next year, Christian and Hadcock.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so looking, even if I know Touch Hood potentially.
Well, Chris Onu's still in the mix, I think.
Yeah, Chris
Next
will,
year.
Chris will be there. The thing is, like, the reason I mentioned them three is because them three are the only one that made 340 kilo look like a bag of sugar. Let me say that
Oh,
again.
just talking about in deadlifts alone, but not
Yeah.
in like overall talk.
No, I'm not talking about overall. I'm talking about, because again, right, there's one of the top coach in the country always tells me, you know, coming out last to pull at the comp is worth more than coming out first to squat. But I turn back, I say, you know, big deadlifts don't win your championship. It's true. Because if I'm lying, the facts are there.
It, but
Do you know what I mean? You did it. Yeah, but yeah, did better. Yeah, your big deadlift win you championship is because you had a good squat. in terms of like what you squat on that day.
Nah, yeah, I'm only joking.
Do you know what I mean? But big deadlift don't win you championship, and I'm gonna literally hold on into that. No one will change my opinion when it comes to that, right? Because I know to win something decent, especially in the level we've got, where we're getting to that international level. If you go for, even if I give you 320 deadlifts spin as a 66, you're still not gonna win the world championship.
Yeah, no.
You're still not gonna win the European.
Not with his bench.
Nah.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Nah.
Even if I say, do you know what? Let me slap you with 350. You still not gonna win the world championship. Even if you pull 350 with your bench or your squat.
I might be able to actually.
No,
I might squeeze it in.
it's not gonna happen.
If I get 132.5,
because when you feel like
no
what?
up and down movement,
No,
you should be good to go.
No, you
bro.
got the Panes, the Garcias, what's the Swedish guy?
Eddie Berglund.
These guys are benching 200. This guy is squatting 260.
Nah, it's fine, man. Don't worry about it.
Do you know what I
Just
mean?
wait till it's off
So
season, bro.
all I'm saying
Minor.
is that battle of 93 deadlift battle alone next year, it will be interesting. You know?
And let's not forget as well that Dapo is someone that before his last competition, was that your stomach?
Your
rumbling?
stomach.
I was hungry. We were talking for an hour 20,
Someone
boy.
feed Joey a sandwich, man.
You're talking, you're losing weight, bro. You should.
That's why his deadlift is so low, bro.
That's what I'm saying. You should teach Daniel J how to do that, bro.
Savage. He suffered enough, man. Let him breathe.
So yeah.
No, but like I was saying, people need to also understand that Dapo leading up to the British Juniors, right? Wait, was
No,
British
Bucks.
Juniors-
Bucks.
Bucks,
Yeah,
sorry, yeah,
Bucks.
Bucks. He wasn't even training properly. The guy was fucking doing clean and jerks and stuff. Like he wasn't properly training. Now and plus he was very light as well.
No.
Now he's actually eating food. The guy's
Let me put this on you guys.
He's
right?
finally eating.
Let me put it on you guys, right? Adam Fuller was total over 800. Whether you like it or not, he's coming. Will Pickering, he probably is gonna get the total record from hardcore. I guarantee you that, because that kid, you saw what hardcore did. He's pissed.
Oh yeah.
Right, he's pissed.
Yeah, he's
He want to go
determined.
back to the top.
Yeah.
He said it. He told me that, right? Dapo's gonna annihilate everyone coming in next year, because the kid is just thinking, you know what? Fuck it. I don't need a 20. I need a 40 or 50.
He told us already that
He
what's
said
up.
it.
He
Do you
told us
know
what he
I mean?
wanted.
840 or 60 or 60. So I put this on you guys. What total is going to win the 93s next year at the British?
851.
It's gonna have to be literally 850 plus.
So the 93, here you have it.
Disgusting.
Whatever you're doing now, guys, whatever you're totaling now,
Up it.
get yourself to 850 plus kilo. If you can't, come to the British to pay the membership for the federation for me to go to World. Buy your Wala media package and enjoy your pictures at home. That's all I can say.
Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good, man. I think we summed up a good amount, bro. We're gonna end it there. But yes, that's pretty much sums up day one recap of the weight classes that's competed in All England 2022. Right.
And yeah, so guys, hope you enjoyed this podcast, our first episode. As you already know, it's pretty much a podcast where we're going to be pretty much doing this all the time, just chatting a load of shit. Jurins talking about the rows, the M25s, talking about...
Well, and here we'll come here. Joey's not going to stop talking about his bench press record until someone just smashed it.
I mentioned it
Please,
once. I mentioned it once.
66. I beg you. Broke this record, out you go £200 from me.
I don't think, apart from Dan, I don't think anyone...
No, they have to. You know, just imagine Joe without a record.
I don't think I
He's
can
not
do
going to come here anymore.
I don't even think I can do 150 with a slingshot. Let alone roll. But yeah, guys, just want to say thank you for everyone that listened. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
We'll catch you in the next one.
Catch you in the next one, guys. Peace.
Cheers, guys. Peace.